We talk endlessly about the Boomer-Millennial war. We dissect Gen Z like a new species. But there's a group in the middle that just exists. Generation X, born roughly between 1965 and 1980. They're the co-workers who get the job done without a story about it. The parents who are strangely chill during a crisis. The people who actually built the internet but don't feel the need to post their breakfast on it. They are the most misunderstood psychology in the modern world. Why? Because they were the first generation raised by an empty house. Picture this. It's 1978. You're 8 years old. You walk home from school, pull a key from around your neck, and let yourself into a silent house. No smartphones, no Ring cameras, no GPS tracking. Just you, a box of cereal, and the afternoon sun. By 1984, over 7 million kids were regularly unsupervised. This wasn't neglect, it was the era of the working parent. But psychologically, it did something profound. It created high-contingency thinking. In an empty house, if you break something, you fix it. If you're hungry, you cook. There was no buffer between action and consequence. This is why Gen X thinks 3 steps ahead. They aren't cynical, they're just realistic. They learned early that if the rug gets pulled out, you'd better be the one holding the flashlight. Gen X grew up in the shadow of the Cold War. They did duck and cover drills in school, as if a wooden desk could stop a nuclear blast. When the adults in charge act like the world might end on a Tuesday, you develop a very specific defense mechanism: irony. To Gen X, sarcasm isn't just a joke, it's a shield. And then there's the privacy. They are the last generation to have a dark childhood. They messed up, learned their lessons, and those memories stayed in the basement where they happened. There's no digital trail. This is why they find social media oversharing risky, not exciting. To Gen X, the less the world knows about you, the safer you are. They watched their parents' company loyalty get shredded by 1980s layoffs. They saw the dot-com bubble burst and the 2008 crash. As a result, Gen X doesn't trust titles, they trust competence. They don't care if you're the VP of whatever, they care if you actually know how to fix the problem. They are fiercely independent, often to a fault. Research shows Gen X is the least likely to ask for help during stress. To them, asking for help feels like admitting the empty house finally beat them. But here's the flip side. If you need help, they show up. No drama, no look at me being a good person post. They just do the work because they grew up delivering newspapers at 5 a.m. and fixing their own bike chains. Today, Gen X looks at their own kids, the tracked generation, with a mix of love and worry. They gave their kids the attention they never had, but they fear they've taken away the gift of being alone. Gen X is the bridge generation. They are the link between the analog world of card catalogs and the digital world of AI. They know how to solve a problem without Googling it, but they also know how to code the search engine. Bridges don't get much attention. They just sit there, holding the weight, connecting 2 sides. And in true Gen X fashion, they're perfectly fine if you don't notice. If this resonated with you, or if you're a Gen Xer who just survived another meeting that could have been an email, hit subscribe. If you want to support more deep dives into the psychology of our world, subscribe to this channel. We truly appreciate it.